What's up, metal vinyl freaks, and welcome back to the channel for one last update concerning the last batch of records I sold. There are some really juicy death metal gems on this one, so stay focused and tuned until the end of it. You already seen the Banished Deliver Me Unto Pain LP, you're gonna see Sorcery from Sweden, you're gonna get a FUNEBRE from Finland, a lot of cool death metal stuff to be reviewed. But before getting into that, let me take a couple of minutes to come up with a pretty boring rant. I'm gonna address a rather annoying issue which has been affecting my comment sections in the last few days. I was kind of expecting, the number of trolls to increase as the channel got bigger. Don't get me wrong, this is still an incredibly small channel. Like, we're only approaching our 2000 followers landmark, which is small, but at the same time it's an incredibly big result for such an unprofessional channel as this one. I'm filming it with an old crappy phone, and I mean, this is just impressive. Never in my wildest dreams I would have thought I would be able to reach 2000 people at the same time. So thank you, all of you guys. Thanks to the vast majority of you, whoever has been coming up with support or even constructive criticism. Absolutely welcome, appreciated, and loved. Unfortunately, a tiny minority of you guys acted like fucking morons, and they decided to turn the comment sections of especially the Reaping Corpse LP, also the dissection vinyl, the dissection video got some miserable comments. They turned it into their own kindergarten. They came up with some incredibly childish insults. Can you believe some dude actually went as low as insulting my family over the fact that I bashed that damn crapola Reaping Corpse LP? I mean, how low can you guys possibly get? Like, and then people complain when I don't know, they get called, when metalheads get called immature, childish. Kids by the so-called normies. I mean, that's the truth of things, Like, if you act like this, what do you expect, really? So yeah, what happened was that I got loaded with insults, and I had to ban some 10 to 15 accounts, I think, as a result. Because guess what? There is no room whatsoever on my channel for that kind of crap. Any kind of disrespectful comment will just get you a ban. So please refrain from doing so. I don't know what's not clear about this. I'm saying it again. This is my channel and I do whatever the fuck I want with it the way I like it. And if you have any problems with that, if you have any problems with my political views, with the way I talk, with my accent, with the length of my nails, because yes, some of you guys have a problem with my nails somehow. I don't really understand you, but whatever. I mean, metalheads. So yeah, feel free to leave, if you dislike it. Why are you here? Why are you just, wasting the little time you have on this planet to, comment on a channel you don't like? Just move your sorry racist ass somewhere else. Move it to Rauta and I don't know, feel free to bring your stupid bullshit, racist, homophobic crap to him. I'm sure he will appreciate it. There's no room for that kind of bullshit in here. And also, nobody's forcing you to follow me. Just move elsewhere. There are many other channels who are doing the exact same thing I'm doing and much better than me even. So what the hell do you want from here? So that leads to point number 2. From now on, unfortunately, every comment will be carefully monitored, and any kind of unsolicited attempt at trolling, name-calling, racism, homophobia will be removed, and the account too. So if you value your right to post on this channel, please be respectful, behave like a proper adult and not like a fucking 12 years old. With that out of the way, let's get on to the music, which is the reason why Old School Metal Vinyl exists. And let's start with Banished, Deliver Me Unto Pain, 1993 year of release. Now, this band was originally known as Baphomet. This is their first LP, The Dead Shall Inherit, released in 1992. I tend to like this album released on Peacefield much better than the sophomore LP released as Banished. What happened was that there was a German band using the same nick, Baphomet, which apparently, I don't know, had the rights to it. So the American Baphomet was forced to change their name to Banished. And they delivered, Deliver Me Unto Pain, they delivered this second LP which is kind of good, don't get me wrong. I would rate it as a solid 8, 5, maybe even a 9 out of 10. It's a cool death metal album. Some really good songs in here. Enter the Confines, absolutely killer one. Through Deviant Eyes, another cool tune. But as a whole, I think this album works slightly worse than the first album. Mainly, I think that I don't know, maybe the cover artwork has plays a role in that. I tend to absolutely love this cover artwork, even if it's childish as hell. But it has kind of a like, this sort of like a necro feel that only the early 90s death metal releases had. So, still a great release, pricing quality absolutely flawless, just like every Death Records release out there. This copy went for €150. Unfortunately, don't expect it to sell for less than that. This is a pretty mint copy, so it's kind of expectable to be pretty expensive. But yeah, I mean, it sells for more or less that amount of money. Really a great album, absolutely recommended. Not really sure if there is any reissue around. I think they did reissue, but I'm not really sure about it, so I don't want to give wrong information. Check out Discogs on that one. So yeah, definitely a great death metal album, not reinventing the wheel or anything, but certainly deserving a place in your collection. Sorcery Blood Chilling Tales. Oh my goodness, this was a cool record. This is still a really, really cool record. 1991, one of the first the Swedish death metal releases, Underground Records from Sweden. Now, this band is totally rooted in the tradition of old school Swedish death metal, namely Old Entombed, Dismember, Grave, Cremator, you name it, you know, all those legendary bands. Which means plenty of D-beat, plenty of killer riffs and hooks. Absolutely great band that would have deserved a bit more of success. Unfortunately, they came out, I would say, a little bit later than those other bands and somehow didn't have the same impact. But it's definitely a great record. 10 out of 10. Cool cover artwork. I mean, it's not exactly Van Gogh's painting or anything, but definitely a cool one. No lyrics sheet included. Only a few copies came with the lyrics sheet. Unfortunately, my own one did not. I have seen like 3 or 4 copies maybe on eBay that had the lyrics sheet, but even without it, it's a cool record, totally worth the money it costs. Last one, this is the weakest one of the lot. FUNEBRE, Children of the Scorn, Finnish death metal, courtesy of Spine Farm Productions, Spine Farm Records, I mean, whatever. This is the least, my least favorite of the lot, because like the production kind of kills this album. It's very muddy, very confused. You really can't tell the instruments apart, and as a result, the songs themselves kind of like suffer from the lack of focus. Tend to think was a rather decent band, not the worst thing ever. Certainly way better than that Reaping Corpse crapple album, but still not good enough. I would rate it as a 5 out of 10. It's an okay record. I paid like I think 20,000 liras when it came out, which is like $20 once adjusted for inflation. Bought it from the kind lads at Contempo Records, the label that put out some of the early Death SS releases, which are now overpricing records. Like, I think even the cheapest CD you will find at their place is like €20 easily, 20 to €25 easily. They're just insane. But back in the day, they used to be one of my favorite mail orders. I bought several incredibly rare records from their own distribution list. So, guys, that does it for this episode. These records are gonna put in the mail tomorrow, and good luck to the new owner enjoying them, spinning the living hell out of them. I hope you enjoyed the content. As usual, let me know down in the comments what you think about these albums. Do you own them? Do you like them? What do you think about Baphomet? Is the American Baphomet better than the German one? Just feel free to let me have your honest feedback concerning it. For the next episode, I will start introducing some rather different formats, because I get that I'm perfectly aware of the fact that this whole selling records and reviewing them kind of format is getting stale at this point, so I will try to give some variation to this channel. As usual, if you have any kind of suggestion concerning the content you want to see, just feel free to let me know down in the comments. And just like that, till the next time, keep it loud and heavy as always.